Hey everybody, Zombie Soundwave here, and today I want to talk about Black Ops 7 Zombies and the news surrounding zombies, but, let's be honest, I guess it's the news not surrounding zombies. So as you probably have heard by this point, zombies information was supposed to come out in early September. We're now on the second week of September. It's supposed to be a week long. We haven't gotten that information, and now Treyarch has come out and said that they will be providing more information about zombies next week. So I just wanted to kind of talk about it, break down what we know, and make some educated guesses. I made a video 2 days ago talking about why I think that they hadn't put any information out yet, and I think I might have been correct with my speculation. Obviously we don't know yet. They haven't revealed information about zombies, but just to kind of talk about it for a second, I made some speculations that I wondered if they might be changing carry forward systems for zombies and allowing some of the carry forward content to carry forward. And that might be the case because we've now heard that the skins that we've earned for the crew, like Maya and Weaver and all of them, Gray and Carver, that stuff's gonna carry forward. At least the Easter egg ones are. I'm not 100% sure if the other skins are carrying over too, but some of that stuff is carrying over to BO7. And they've kind of announced some more things, like I think that camo that is a pre-order bonus is coming now. I think the prestige rewards are coming, so it's exciting to see that stuff coming, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Now that we know some of that stuff is coming forward to Black Ops 7, I do now really wonder if Zombies is going to get some of the carry forward content that, had previously been promised and then had been taken away. So yeah, this is really just kind of a speculation, and I don't really know for sure if that's going to be the case, but I do wonder if the speculation I made in the last video is accurate. So now moving forward, I just kind of want to talk about that for a minute. Moving forward, though, we know that we're getting information next week. We know that it, I guess, is going to be a week long, maybe even longer, because they said that they couldn't fit everything into 1 week. I think that's how they worded it. So I wonder if we'll get more information even in the next week leading into, I guess, next, because I think next is the next week. But I don't know. I'm very curious to see what all information we get. They even kind of made a big deal about, I don't remember how they worded it, but they were like, we wanted to refine the content, so I wonder if we're even going to get more information than we previously were going to get. So that's exciting. There's been some rumors recently, too. I think it was Reality UK. He had posted some stuff recently about an Outbreak mode. I wonder if they're going to go ahead and reveal that Outbreak is coming. Really, it's anybody's guess currently. I hope that we get lots of information. I'm hoping they really dive deep into, whatever this Transit remake sequel thing is. I hope they really give us a lot of info about that. I'm figuring they're going to do a deep dive on the Wonder Vehicle, because they're already teasing that in the image. They put out an image of the Wonder Vehicle. And yeah, I hope it's all very neat. That's the thing. It's I just hope that we get lots of information. The information is good. I think people are feeling very burned on BO6. The fact that we didn't get certain cutscenes throughout the year. The fact that a lot of the storytelling felt like stuff that was very prolonged and ultimately wasn't satisfying. And even, I think, the return of the original crew felt a little underdeveloped. And we don't really, I think they're going to answer why that was necessary in BO7, bringing back the old crew. But I think the old crew just appearing at the end of BO6 with the storyline that we got didn't really justify their return. But yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic that we will get exciting information, over the next week or so. And I'm just hopeful that BO7 Zombies, they come out with, some information that really makes us feel confident that the story's going to be there. And I'm hopeful that we get cool gameplay, cool systems. I'm hoping there are more system changes than we think there are going to be. All of that stuff. I'm just hopeful. I fear we'll get gameplay footage of the map. I fear that we'll get maybe a tease at the Wonder Weapon. Potentially, I don't know, because I fear that might be something that they show it next. So maybe they'll go ahead and tease that, but they might not. And I'm hoping we get some amount of like understanding of the story. I don't want them to like spoil the story by any means, but I'm hoping that they can add something that at least kind of makes us feel more confident about the story, makes us understand what the story is, why, our new Dark Aether characters are there with the old characters, even though I know the old characters, it seems like they're not the characters from the previous storyline. It's some kind of new iteration of, those 4 characters. I'm also hoping that we get like a real breakdown of like how this transit system works. I think a lot of people are still kind of confused about like, I know we know it's round based, but like I think a lot of people still think it's very like a much an open world because of the Wonder Vehicle and stuff. So I'm hoping that they really show like how this works and like how this is still a round based map, because they're really making a big emphasis that this is still a main map. This is a round based map, and I think things like Outbreak and the new Extraction, it's not Extraction, but that new open world mode, in-game mode, that's going to be more of the filling that open world thing for those types of players that want to play that, and that this is still very much a key portion of the round-based experience, and it's going to provide the story of round-based. It's going to still be round-based. You're still going to move up the rounds, as round-based means, and it's just going to have an open area that you can travel more freely between, I'm assuming. I don't know if there are going to be restrictions, but that's what I mean. I hope that they show us like how traveling the map works and how the mechanic of traveling actually influences the rounds. So yeah, I'm just excited. I'm honestly very excited, and I think the fact that they're taking steps back to hopefully display what the zombies mode is to the best degree that they can. Obviously they're making changes. Hopefully we see these changes in this week-long content. We've already seen that they've updated the Vault Edition. Ted got a redesign. And like I said previously in this video, they've announced these changes to what's being carried forward. I think we're supposed to get at least 1 or 2 more changed characters from the Vault Edition. I think they said that there are multiple characters that are changing. I don't think it's all of the characters though, so I think at least one of the characters is staying the same. Hopefully we get that information soon. I honestly kind of thought they'd drop that information today, like they'd give us another redesign today, but we'll see. And overall I'm just excited to see this game. I hope it's cool. I'm hoping this year zombies content is solid. I think Treyarch's in a really good place that they could make a new transit really work, and it could be really interesting. So yeah, I'm just hopeful that we get that solid gameplay footage and we understand more about what this game is. So yeah, I think that's about it. I think we don't really have a whole lot of other information. I'm excited to see that they're making these announcements, that they're making these changes. I also haven't even talked about the dev diary things that they've been doing. The dev stuff is really cool, where they're asking members of the Treyarch team to talk about like question. It's like a question and answer thing, like Q&A, where they're taking questions and talking about like how BO2 maps are going to return, how the jumping off a wall system works, zombies questions, all that stuff. So yeah, I think communications in a better place. I'm hoping that this isn't the typical like once the game launches, communication goes out the door again, but we'll see. But thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna be covering more zombies information this week. I would really appreciate it if people checked it out. That's always appreciated. And if you are watching this video later, please consider leaving a comment, leaving a like, subscribing, all of that stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll be covering the zombies information. I'm not, planning on doing anything other than that. I'm sorry that this video is a little late. Yesterday, I didn't have internet, so I had have some people come out and work on it. So yeah, I appreciate, if you checked out this video. I know this information's coming out a little late. I did also on Monday make a video about the situation. If you want to get some more in context, if you didn't know that they were supposed to have zombies information this week, consider checking out that video. And I will catch you all in the next one. I really appreciate you all. Peace out.